I've had it up to here with these stupid little snails. I mean, if you could see me right now, I'd be raising my hand all the way to the ceiling.
So recently I had some friends playtest my game Starhead, an educational-ish physics platformer about a robot that can throw and teleport to its head. While everyone loved the anti-gravity green head and the bowling ball purple head power-ups, they overshadowed the default vanilla Mario mushroom red head, which doesn't do anything besides bounce. And unlike Super Mario, where power-ups tend to be better than the default power-up, these head types are supposed to be equally useful. So now I have to find a way to make red head more fun. Ripping off Crash Bandicoot, I'll be making some boxes to complement the head power-up. And what I mean is, anything purple can only be destroyed by purple head, and anything green will insta-kill you. For red head, the plan was simple. Make a TNT crate, check. Mini explode by default, so it's not a pain in the ass to hit things one by one. Check. Make the body immune to explosions when red. Check. And add a restitution reset so that the head temporarily... Wait, restitution? What is that? Well, I'm glad you didn't ask. I see, as a mechanical engineer who doesn't use his degree for anything besides game development, I want to make the main mechanic to be inspired by what I basically learned as a freshman in college. So kinematics and inelastic and elastic collisions, to be specific, or in Unga Bunga terms. But wait a minute, we're not mere cavemen. So let's say you playing basketball and then you manage to disrespect your opponent by bopping them in the head. But then you realize your opponent just so happens to be the Terminator and he don't flinch. Now imagine two invisible planes. The tangent plane is parallel to where both the Terminator's head and the basketball touch, and the normal plane is just perpendicular to that. Now because we're dealing with the Terminator, normally we would be doomed, except that we got Einstein reincarnated into a basketball coach. Now we're basically time traveling gods, and because we're time traveling gods, we just use our Sharingan to see the ball's speed before and after at the same time.
See, you can split these velocities into lines that align with these other lines. The normal velocity changes depending on what the restitution value is, which is the main ingredient to our core gameplay mechanics.
Hey, I see you trying to skip this section of the video. I ain't done yet. Class is still in set. Hey, look at me. Stay. Stop staring at the window. So the green anti-gravity head has a restitution of 1 because its normal speed is the same regardless of what it hit. The purple bowling ball head has a restitution of 0. Without friction, it behaves like a Koopa shell, and with friction, it's basically Sonic the Hedgehog. So why do you need to know this? Well, obviously, if we ever have to go against an Einstein basketball Terminator. Duh. In real life, however, most things are neither restitution of 1 or restitution of 0. But this game ain't about being realistic. I mean, look who you're talking to here. Nothing I've made has been perfectly accurate with real world situations. I mean, I've never seen an anti-gravity head before, but by all means, I'm willing to stand corrected. After buying and tweaking a shader package with cool explosion visuals, it's now time to explode some snails. After my second attempt, it seemed to work, except that some of them live. Whenever the red box explodes, a circle overlapping collider reads anything in the vicinity and determines whether or not how that thing reacts. So naturally, if it's near another TNT, it creates a chain reaction with a delayed explosion for a more interesting effect. I copied a similar effect for the green box that insta-kills the player regardless if it's the body or the head, unless the head has a green mechanic, of course. But Unity kept freezing up because I am a shit programmer. Naturally, you would think that it would be easy to copy all this and paste it to the snails. Oh well, think again. I knew that I would eventually have to rewrite the enemy damager script that I made a year ago. But the thing is, a lot of these scripts are basically a buffet of spaghetti. This is why these snails didn't KO when they were supposed to. However, over the past year, I have been honing my pasta making skills. I can write some clean penne with the occasional linguine. But because I have a limited time to work on my game every day, I've been making a lot more linguine lately. Surely this won't harm me anytime soon. Future me can handle it. Now for the moment of truth. I want the purple head to feel nearly indestructible with a lot of So now it goes through enemies and boxes without even stopping, or at least that's what it's supposed to do, but it has this weird shifty effect and it doesn't really go through like I wanted to. However, I did fix this up close throw that I kept on the back burner for so long. Speaking of back burners, by the way, remember when I said surely this won't harm me anytime soon? Well, that was very short-lived because Although testing both the head and complementing crates have been mildly successful, my Italian dish recipe failed to acknowledge how drastically different the purple head behaved.
Basically, I was betting that Unity physics engine was going to carry most of the core mechanic. Problem is though, for the purple head to do the unique things that it does, I have to manually set up its physics. And I already wrote hundreds of lines of code. So, see, making video games is a lot like playing fighting games. You're gonna get your ass whooped by random ass players. Your own mental capacity will challenge you.
And don't even get me started on this boss level. Now if you like this video, hit like and consider wishlisting my game on Steam, cause your boy wants to follow his dream.